Alright, we're back. Last time I told you that we're gonna start with talking to Saturas freshly now, so let's do that.
Can you blast the ore mound now?
We now have all the artifacts we need to fulfill our plan. But the barrier was created by 12 magicians. There are not enough magicians in the circle of water to control the powerful energies and to guide them onto the right course.
What can we do?
I'm aware that you've already done much for our community. We owe you greatly. But in the interest of all the inhabitants of the colony, I need to ask one more favor of you.
Of course you do.
One more favor?
Yes. Go to the old camp and try to win some of the magicians of the Circle of Fire for our cause.
Magicians of fire? Why should they want to give up their easy life? The destruction of the barrier would rob them of their powerful position.
That is the exact reason why you must accomplish this mission. You know people from all the camps of the colony. Remind the magicians of fire of the old times, when we studied the arts of magic together.
Oh god. Alright.
All right then, I'll try to convince the magicians of fire. But I can't promise anything. It seems nearly impossible to me.
You must try. If you do not succeed in this, there is only one other, just one...
One what?
Forget it. You must succeed. Here, take this magic rune. Hand it over to Coristo, the High Magician of the Circle of Fire, as a sign of our trust. With this, he can teleport into this room without passing the guards, anytime he wants. I hope that it will convince our former friends of our good intentions.
Alright.
May you return in one piece.
Alright, that was new chapter sound. Sadly, the thingy didn't pop up again. Oh, I have 5k ore, nice. Okay, and what rune did he give me? Okay, he gave me rune to teleport to Magicians of Fire anytime, and I have to give it to him. Crap, I could use that rune. I only have one scroll left to return here quickly. Oh well. Okay. So, once again, back to the old camp to try to convince the bastard mages there to join arms with the guys here. Now, technically this, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Milton is a fire mage and he's my friend, so should be straightforward, yeah?
There was a time when I led a very different life. I was one of the best generals of this country. I've spent my whole life fighting for my country. But the nobles didn't like me because the king listened to my advice, and they knew I posed a threat to their dirty business. I hadn't counted on their insidiousness. They used the king's wife to get me. I was blamed for her pointless murder. King Robar had no other choice. The services I had rendered my country saved me from the gallows, but they robbed me of my freedom. One day I'll be free again, then I shall return and take revenge. I shall have my revenge.
Okay.
You're the boss of the mercenaries, aren't you?
That's right, boy. May I...
Alright, so this might seem very random, but it's a very, very, very important moment. And you should do well to remember it. Now, Lee, the boss of the mercenaries, he pretty much summarized his backstory in a sentence or two there. Clearly a very experienced veteran fighter. And yeah, more of that will come later. In later games as well. So, that's great. Now, obviously, the goal from the start in this game was to get the hell out of the barrier. No one wants to be inside the prison. And I've been growing stronger and stronger over time just to achieve that. You can see how more and more areas of the game have opened up to me as my strength increases. And I plan to be the strongest man in the colony by the time I'm done here. But first, back to the camp. Also, I think it's time to replenish arrows soon. Only have 500 left, which means I only spent like, what, 300 since I bought them, but still. We got quite a lot of items to sell, so I'm gonna stop by Cavalorn and see what can be done about that. New chapter started as well, which means new bows and new weapons as well. Ah, the old camp. Now it appears that I was wrong, by the way. It doesn't seem like that all the mobs respawn when a new chapter starts, only specific ones. Probably tied to their power level. The later the chapter, only the stronger mobs resurrect. Hayden, I'm sorry for kicking your ass earlier. Who am I kidding? I'm not actually sorry. He had a lot of nice stuff. Well, not really. Something worth like 100 ore, but still. Alright, nearly at Cavalorns. And it's pretty sweet how strong I am. The new stuff I bought from the guy quite cheaply was worth quite a lot. I mean, 10 skill points at least, which is quite a lot. Oh, that's a new guy here. What the hell?
Hey, no sweat, man. Come over here.
You okay?
I'm hiding away here. I don't care for the trash those guards are pulling off. But I've taken some pretty good stuff from the arsenal. If you need a weapon, just let me know.
What happened?
Will you train me?
If you have enough ore.
Okay, I could learn how to use a crossbow. Hang on, let me trade with him to see what the fuck's up.
Show me what you...
Ah, shit, I just bought new ones, and these ones are even better. Alright, okay, he only has crossbows. Whoa, really powerful crossbows. Alright, hang on, let's see what you have from weapons. Oh, he has two-handers as well. And one-hander that gives 66 damage, that's insane. Okay, I'm gonna buy that. 2.7k, he also has a two-hander. Bollocks, I should just beat him up and take everything. You know what, let's give that a try. I'm just gonna save and I'm gonna try to do that just to see if I can do it without consequences.
Clear winner,
Oh yes. Holy crap. Right, so I took everything from him. Now let's see if there's gonna be any retaliation for that or if I can get off scot-free. And now I can switch basically the amulets based on what I wanna do.
You won't have much time to be sorry for it. You looking for...
Will you...
If you have enough...
Nice, I can still do it. Beautiful. So, okay, how much points I have? 25. But obviously I just got thousands and thousands worth of items here. Now obviously I can equip the two-handers, but I still don't know how to use two-handers very well. Berserker sword is the new best one-handed sword, so I'm still gonna use that. I'm just gonna check with Cavalon quickly. If he has any new bows and stuff, should probably beat him up as well, but I like Cavalon much more than the other guy.
Show me your...
You know what though, he has a lot of stuff with a lot of word on top of them. Hornbow, 68 damage, that's better than what I have. Yep. Sorry old pal.
Sad performance. A tiny gust of wind and he would have toppled over anyway.
Ah, that's a lot of ore once more, look. I'm over 10k ore now. Yep. Also arrows and bolts. Ah, he's back up.
Sad performance. A tiny gust of wind and he would have toppled over anyway.
So yeah, that was kinda mean, but look. I'm at the point of the game where I'm doing this to help them. They just don't know it yet. So yeah, this is something that you can do. You can beat up the traders, obviously. This makes it a lot easier for you. You could have done that a lot earlier already. I mean, you're strong enough to do it, definitely. Now, this is the best weapon that I have, heavy crossbow, that deals 90 damage each hit. Now, the best bow that I can get right now is 68, but I can use the bow much better than I can crossbow right now. Unless I decide to obviously train crossbows, which I could, since I have a lot of dexterity already. Let's do that.
Will you...
If you have...
It's a deal.
Okay, grab hold of the shaft and hold it close. Your shoulder's gonna feel like it's liable to fall, but after just 1 week, aim right at your target and pull the...
Alright, so I trained the basics of crossbowmanship now, which means you can see I can crit 20% of the time when I shoot a crossbow, which means I can also use this crossbow. Now this is still less, you know, that's once every 5 hits rather than once every 3-ish hits as before. But I will train more crossbow as soon as I get another 5 points, since I think it's 20 points to train master crossbowmanship.
You looking...
Sorry, don't want no trouble.
Show... That'll come.
300 or 20 skill points.
Let's start.
I can't...
Yeah, I don't have enough skill points, sorry. Then again, you know, it is what it is. So I can use crossbow much better. I got a really decent one-hander now as well. As you can see, with one-handed sword I'm trained, and then two-handed sword I'm untrained, which means I can't really do any combos, which sucks. But clearly there's some issues with the guards, as he mentioned. So we're gonna go check what's up with that. Oh, there's some guards over there. Let me just heal up just in case there's some trouble. Oh, bonus maximum life, nice. That's useful. See, I also got these potions, but like I said, I want to train my abilities first before I use those pots. Alright. Oh, shit. They're attacking me. Obviously, I'm not gonna take being attacked just like that. Okay, I really need to get to the camp to see what the fuck is up with these guys. But clearly I'm no longer a friend. Now, this is one of the entrances to the Orc lands, and killing the guards here might have not been a good idea, since that means the orcs can just pass this area, but you know, it's done. Oh, you guys. Now, as you see, crossbow does a lot of damage, and with 100 plus dexterity that I have, I can shoot like miles away. If you remember from the start of the game, this is where I killed Gilbert, or well, where he jumped off the cliff, or fell off the cliff, I'll say. But yeah, the idea is that I get another level, so another 5k XP, so I'm level 20, and also so I get so I can trade crossbow to be a master crossbowman. So that basically makes it then definitely stronger than bow that I've been using my whole game. Alright, let's get to the gate. Ooh. Oh, Diego. He's gonna know what's up.
Hey, shh, be quiet. Hello, Diego. What's the meaning of all this hide-and-seek business?
Haven't you heard?
Heard what?
The old mine caved in. The fire mages were assassinated, and there are plans to raid the free mine.
Holy
What?
shit.
What are you talking about? How could the old mine cave in?
One of the diggers who survived it told us that they were digging, and they hit an underground river on the bottom level. When the water gushed into the mine, one of the supports broke, and the entire upper section collapsed. Only a handful of people managed to escape from the mine.
Why are the fire mages dead?
That's a long story.
Just tell me about it. It's not the first long story I've had to listen to.
Well then, luckily I was in the ore baron's house when they got the news that the mine had collapsed. Gomez was hopping mad when he heard about the accident, and he was afraid that his position could be at stake.
Of course. Who controls the ore controls the colony as well.
Yep.
That's right. Since he has no source of income anymore, the goods from the outside world won't come in anymore either. Nobody will work for him if he doesn't get another source of income soon.
And that's the reason for the raid on the free mine?
To be honest, that's Gomez's only chance to maintain his power. 2 hours ago, 24 guards set out for the free mine.
Oh crap.
That's mad.
Then you must hurry up. They'll have almost reached the free mine.
But they never get through the fortifications of the new camp.
They don't need to get through them. A few months ago, they found a path that leads over the mountains and right to the free mine, and nobody else knows about it.
Nice.
I've seen the guards in front of the locked gates.
Stay away from them. They'll attack anybody approaching the camp. They are afraid of somebody avenging the raid on the free mine.
But what happened to the fire mages?
Coristo and the other mages were the only people in the camp to remain rational. They forbade the raid and demanded a settlement with the 2 other camps.
They forbade Gomez to raid the free mine?
Well, yes. Coristo and the others shouldn't have been so self-confident. Gomez didn't trust them anymore and had them perfidiously assassinated.
What are you and Milton going to do now?
We'll stay here for a while to warn some more friends so they don't bump straight into the guards. But you could do us a favor.
Consider it done. Tell me what you want.
Look out for Lester and Gorn. They need to know what happened here. Tell them that the 4 of us will meet at the same place as always.
If I see them before you do, I'll warn them and send them to your meeting point.
Thanks, my friend. You really seem to be an all right guy. Go now. We'll meet again later.
Alright.
Take care.
So... Fuck. Can't get him to the camp now, can I? There's guards there. There's only a couple of them though. I'll just save and see what's up. But they have the gates closed.
It's the traitor in our midst. Pah! And we called you
Oh,
a
no.
guard.
Hold on. What are you talking about, Bloodwin?
So you're in cahoots with the new camp, huh?
No, wait, I'm still...
Guess you must have thought you could go on like that forever.
Stop this nonsense!
Traitors like you must die.
Nice.
Die, traitor!
Okay.
Yeah!
That didn't work at all. Wow, it's been a long time since I died. Well, now we know what happened, so we can maybe attack them from a strong position rather than from a weak one. Now I have a lot more dexterity than they do, so yeah. I mean, I don't basically, but I can hit them more often than they can hit me, because from this range at least, which turned out quite good in my favor. So they're dead, and I'm gonna go loot them. Must say though that it felt good to kill Bloodwind, the badass asshole. He was asking for money all this time and now he's dead. Shit though, I can't get into the camp. That sucks. You know, they still face other traders inside that I could use the loot from. But to be honest, same time I think I got lucky, because I think if Shadow Beast here wouldn't have killed the other guards, they might have still been here. Hey, are you pissed off?
Hello?
Nope, apparently not, so it's cool.
Take care.
Alright, so I'm just gonna check the other gate as well. And then Then I'm gonna go have to tell Satures, that all his fire mages are dead. And also to warn them of the raid on every mine, which is, you know, the mine that the new camp has. You haven't seen it yet, so you won't know. But another interesting thing with the whole thing is that, well, one thing that is actually good is that I got to keep the rune now. Since obviously fire mages are dead, I'm not gonna give the rune to anyone. Or I guess I could still give it to Milton, he's a fire mage. Alright, almost there. Shit, now I kinda feel bad about kicking Scorpio and Cavalon's ass. They were nice enough not to attack me. But, you know, they gave me lots of ore and other stuff, so it is what it is. But at this point I should have enough ore to hold me until the rest of the game. Now the only limit is the skill points and the experience, to be really fair. Oh, there's Milton. He's really close to the camp. Not sure if that's smart considering there's like 100 guards in front of there.
They are all dead, I couldn't help them. I was not there.
Calm down, Milton. I've already met Diego on the other side of the camp.
Good. Then you know. What did Diego say?
If I can find Gorn and Lester, I'll warn them and send them to your meeting place.
Good luck and take care.
Alright. She chilled out fast. Obviously, pretty much all the guards are, you know, very bad right now, so I'm just gonna take care of these two dudes so they don't fuck with me later. Now if you look back at episode 1, you will remember that you know, just the difference between power, you know, now and then. Alright, so I'm gonna... which guys are here now? Oh, Fletcher, of course.
He's still moving.
Okay. No. Okay. Whew. I was worried for a second he's gonna attack me, and that would not be that great because I'm his friend, right? Okay, just one guard left. And I have high dexterity, so should be able to kill him from here. Although I'm not hitting him. Let's move closer. Still not close enough, or I'm just bad? Just gonna go melee. Alright. So the entrances of the camps are taken care of. Okay. So entrances of the camps are taken care of. I'm trying to think if there's any other old camp dudes anywhere else in the colony that might cause problems. I'm guessing at the old mine, but none of them are outside, all of them are inside. There's obviously Cavalorn and Scorpio, but they didn't attack me when I came out, so I'll just leave them be. And instead I'm gonna move my ass to the new camp and finish this episode there.
I'm glad you returned. Something terrible has happened.
Let me guess, the free mine has been assaulted by the guards from the old camp. Nobody saw them coming?
Hang on. How? But of course. You found out about it in the old camp. Gorn arrived here just before you did. What could have caused Gomez to dare to take such an aggressive step? He should be aware that such a heinous act can only provoke war.
The old mine collapsed after water seeped in.
Collapsed? Of course. Then the whole thing makes sense. Gomez has his back to the wall. He's more dangerous than ever. Now that he doesn't have anything left to lose, he'll do anything.
Gomez has had all of the Magicians of Fire killed.
Had them killed? Why in Beliar's name would he do a thing like that?
They were against the attack on the Free Mine and opposed Gomez.
Then we're all doomed. Without the other 6 magicians, we'll never be able to control the concentrated power of the massive ore mound. But in spite of that, I thank you for passing this dangerous message on to me.
I have been exiled from the old camp because I have helped you.
You don't belong to the old camp any longer? Then I welcome you to our community.
Does that mean the mercenaries will take me on?
Talk to Lee. He'll see to it. Then come back to me.
Nice.
When you sent me to the Magicians of Fire, you mentioned there was somebody.
Well, I had hoped we could make it without his help, but the way things are developing...
Who is he?
All right, all right. Many, many years ago.
Give me the shortened version, please.
Be patient. Well, when we, the 12 magicians, created the barrier back then, our magic powers were directed and controlled by a 13th magician.
A 13th magician? I thought there were only 12.
Most people who did not experience the early days of the colony believe that. This 13th magician was our leader. All this took place before we were divided into the circles of fire and water. But he left the old camp, which was once the only camp of the colony.
What is this 13th magician called?
His name is Zardus. Hardly anybody remembers the old stories about him. The ones who do just call him the Necromancer.
Why did he leave the old camp?
He started to investigate the invocation of undead and magical creatures. Gomez was not the only one who began to worry. Most of the other magicians opposed him as well, and his unholy deeds.
What happened then?
Unlike Gomez, he was no butcher, so he avoided the conflict and left.
Where is this magician today?
He lives in seclusion, in his tower in the middle of the Orc land. That's just about the southernmost point of the colony.
Great.
I'll make my way to Zardus and ask him for help.
He's the only one that can help us now. If he knows no way out, or doesn't want to help us...
He will.
There is one other problem.
A problem?
Yes. Over the years, we've tried to get in touch with Zardus several times, but it looks like he prefers to remain undisturbed.
What does that mean?
None of the messengers ever return from his tower. You'll have to find a way to get past his creatures.
Looks like this is going to be interesting. How will I get past his creatures?
If I knew that, I would tell you. I'd advise you to do some research in our library. Maybe you'll find something in the old books about the strengths and weaknesses of magically invoked creatures.
I'll rummage through the library, and don't worry, I'll be back.
May you return in one piece?
Whew. So yeah, you see what I got myself into.
Hello.
I met Diego and Milton in front of the old camp.
That's good news.
They want to meet you and Lester at your usual rendezvous.
Thanks. There's nothing more valuable than good friends in troubled times like these. You're almost one of us by now. You're reliable.
Yay, I'm reliable.
Shrike has moved to another...
Okay, well...
Good. Torloff just told me that he wanted to have a word with the
Well,
guy.
that was random. I didn't have to tell him that now.
What have you got planned now?
Our entire defense strategy will have to be changed. That takes time. Until Lee and his people are ready, I'll join Cord's Provisional Guard.
Are you planning a counterattack?
Not yet, but the day will come. If ever you're looking for me, start here and walk towards the mine. I'll be on guard there.
Alright, so just before we finish this episode, because you see a lot has happened in one single episode, holy crap. I'm just gonna talk to Lee to see if I can become a mercenary.
Hello.
The old camp has banned me. I'd like to join you.
You've done much for our camp. I can make good use of men like you. Let's keep it short. Welcome to the new camp, mercenary. Here, take some armor. Good that you're here with us.
Okay, he can also train me to handles, excellent.
What do you think about the mine?
They've gone too far. They'll be sorry for it.
Alright, I'm just gonna check the armor that he gave me, if it's any better than what I have. No, it's exactly the same. Well, looks better, but it's exactly the same. So it's like medium mercenary armor. Gonna see if he's willing to sell me the heavy one.
Hello.
I need...
You'll first have to earn you.
Give me
Yes.
the heavy armor.
This armor is the best piece you'll ever get inside the barrier, and believe me, it's worth the ore.
Nice. Okay, so let's just check what's the difference. I mean, that's the armor that he's wearing. And wow, okay, it's quite a lot better. So yeah, I got promoted technically since I can wear a heavy armor now. It's not as pretty as the heavy guard armor, was, but hey, this is good enough. Just gonna quickly check in with Satoru since I became a mercenary now, and he told me. And in the library. Okay, this is the library. I'm just taking these books, for or if I'll ever need it, because I already know how to handle the creatures that we're gonna meet. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so Lee has made me a mercenary. Wanna talk?
Greeting.
Lee has admitted me to the mercenaries.
Good. Very good. Then you are now FB. Welcome.
Alright, so see, as it is right now, I could immediately become a mage of water as well. But
May you
obviously I'm not gonna do that because then I would have to train magic, and I just don't wanna divide my skill point attention that widely at the moment, Alright, saving and finishing this episode, and thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're going on our quest to look for Zardas.